First, you want to place the waistband, so start with the warning label on the inside. And for me, I like it right above my hips, just kind of in between my hips and my natural waist is where I feel it fits best for me and the level that's best for where my son sits. So make sure that's nice and snug there in the back, just a comfortable level of tightness. Now, the Beco Gemini has two different seat options. For a smaller baby, you can have this folded in to give them a smaller seat, but my son is 6 months old and about 19 pounds, so I wear it unsnapped to give him a bigger seat for his weight. And so all you have to do is unsnap that, and then just in the inside of your waistband, those will snap in to give you the bigger seat option. So if you're switching in between children, it's easy to do also while you're wearing it. So after you have your waistband on where you want it, grab your baby. This is Nolan. Like I said, he is 6 months old and 19 pounds right now. So to face him inwards, we're going to put him on me and just spread his little legs, get him in a little seated position, and bring the back of the carrier up over him, always keeping one hand on him at all times. So I have him seated in the little carrier, and I grab one shoulder, just whichever you prefer, and cross it over your back, grabbing the little buckle, and I loosen it a little bit when I do this, and bring it over and snap it right here underneath his arm. So I snap it, and I do the same for the other side, crossing them in the back and loosening it a little bit and snap it. Once I have him in there, I kind of jiggle him a little bit to make sure he's in a good seated position. And then I pull in on these sides to bring him nice and snug to my body to where I don't feel like he's pulling. You don't want the carrier to feel like it's, pulling down on you. He should just be fully supported. Whenever you bend forward, your baby should not be pulling away from your body. If he or she is, and the carrier is too loose, you should also be able to easily kiss their head without having to bend down towards them. That's when you know you have them at the right level. Make sure he's seated in there well. He always tends to lean off to one side, no matter how much I fidget with him. He just naturally prefers to be kind of a little bit wonky in there, which is a little bit frustrating at times. I have to kind of fidget with him to get him positioned nicely in there. Another thing, the feature of the Beco Gemini is this here snaps in, and if your baby falls asleep, instead of having their head, be able to fall back, you can just unsnap it. And he won't let me do it right now because he's awake and he doesn't like it when he's awake. But these buckles will come up to buckles on your shoulder to offer some head support for them so that if they do fall asleep with their head on your chest, their head's not going to be flopping backwards. So this is how you carry them in the front position facing inwards. It's a very supportive carry, and my son loves to be carried this way. Okay, so now that your baby is all snug and happy in there, to get your baby out, all you do is, with one hand, push down on the little release button here, and then undo the buckle, always keeping one hand on the baby. Do the same thing for this side, and take these down, and you can take your baby out that way. Now, if you'd like to switch positions, switch them to forward facing, there is kind of a debate in the baby wearing world about whether or not your baby should be facing outwards, but he tends to enjoy it, like most babies do. I just don't keep him that way for a long time because I don't want to overstimulate him. But say if we just go walk to check the mail just a block away, or if I'm doing something around the house, I might keep him facing out for a bit of time. So it's the same process, just bringing it up over him, making sure his little legs are in a good seated position, and again, bringing the strap over your shoulder, across your back, and snap it in right there. And the same thing with this shoulder, over your back, crossing it, and snapping it in under their arm. And then again, pulling up until you feel like they're nicely supported. In the forward position, I usually have his little arms out. I feel like I get a better carry that way. Just adjusting it until you feel like he's nice and snug against my body, to where when I bend forward, I don't feel like he's going to fall right out. So you see it's crossed there in the back, clipped on the sides, and he's in a good seated position. His legs aren't hanging straight down, but his little hips are in a good little seat there. And like I said, he enjoys this position. He likes being able to look around and stuff, but we do limit the amount of time that we have him in this position. And again, to get them out, all you do is, there's a little button here that you press with your thumb to release, and then undo the buckle, come around, always having one hand on the baby, and do the same thing. Take the carrier off, and your baby is out. So those are the front positions in the Beco Gemini carrier. Let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, really? Oh, really?